Hi guys, it's Mandy from thislovelypath.wordpress.com, and I wanted to share with you guys some of my favorite homeschooling mama resources. The way my MO is, when I'm curious about a subject, I get every book I possibly can on the subject, and I read a lot. So when I was considering homeschooling, I got on Amazon and I ordered I don't know how many books on homeschooling, and since then I think I've been homeschooling about 6 years, and in that time I have acquired quite a few homeschool books for moms. And today I want to share with you my top 3 out of probably the 20 to 25 books I've read on the subject. First off, if you are considering homeschooling, or a newer homeschool mom, or even a veteran that just needs to kind of break free of the box of public school mentality, my top pick for newbies is Things We Wish We'd Known. And this is a compilation by Diana Waring, who does, she has a history curriculum. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know. But I've read several of her books. I really like her, and this is basically, she has taken 50 veteran homeschoolers and they share their stories. So, Diana Waring, each story is about, let's see, between 1 to 2 pages, so super easy just to pick up and read a couple. There are a few that are longer. A lot of these homeschool names who have contributed, you will recognize. They are big names in the homeschooling communities. Others I don't recognize. This was published in '99, so it's a slightly older resource. But I think this is great. Each family shares what works for them, and I think that the reason I like this one for newbies is because as you're starting to homeschool, you have a lot of questions, and if you're coming from a public school background like most of us are, it's really hard to wrap your mind around not doing things the way public school does things. And I think by looking through this book, you get the differing opinions as to what works for that family. So most of these stories kind of start out with how they started trying to homeschool, and then kind of an aha moment, or a time where they realize this is not working for us, the way that we're trying to replicate school at home, and the freedom that came with kind of breaking away. But every family is different, and that's what's nice about this. There are single homeschool moms, there are working homeschool moms, there are homeschool moms with large families, there are homeschool moms who are challenged because they only have one child they're schooling. And so I think that this is great just because it gives differing perspectives as to what works for different families, and it's not always going to be the same. And you know, I always hate the question, well, what's the best curriculum for me to use? Because honestly, it totally depends on your family, and it totally depends on the dynamics and how your family does things. What works for my family is not necessarily, and actually probably won't, work for your family. So this is just great because it gives that different perspective, and you see that not every homeschool family has to look the same, do the same thing, operate the same time. Some families do great in the morning. Some families do better with doing night school, which is just a huge concept to grasp because we're not used to that. Some families like to break up school throughout the whole day or the whole year. Other families like a long summer vacation, and they like to know that they are done at 11 o'clock in the morning for the rest of the day. So this is just great for if you're just starting out, or if you're trying to kind of rework your brain around how homeschooling can work for you. This is a great resource. My favorite resource for moms who are questioning if they're doing the right thing, if they are messing their kids up for life, is Teaching from Rest. And this is by Sarah Mackenzie, and this book is amazing. And it's super short. It's a small little resource. This is from, Sarah is Catholic, so this is from a very Christian perspective. I think that that's okay. I think most people could probably still walk away with some wisdom here. But she does an amazing job of reminding you that if God has called you to homeschool, He is faithful, and He knows your parenting and your homeschool mom imperfections, and He can work through those. He doesn't call us to be perfect. He doesn't call us to do every subject exactly right. He doesn't call us to, never make a mistake. He knows where we're at, and our job is to trust in Him and rest in Him, that He will provide and give us the tools that we need to school our children. This is a book that I return to when I'm feeling discouraged or down, and I think that I wish I would have gotten a little excerpt to read to you guys, but just randomly picking a page, this is what you're going to get. So this is just a random paragraph I'm picking. Faithfulness is showing up every day to do the work He has called us to do. Whether or not things turn out in the end, as I'm hoping they will, for my children to have a strong faith, humble, compassionate hearts, a love for learning, an academic skill set to help them seek knowledge and truth every day and everywhere, is not actually within my span of control. It's not my assigned task. He is not asking me to succeed on the world's terms. He is asking me to faithfully do the work. This is amazing. I think every homeschool mom who is a believer needs to have this book in a very accessible spot to turn to when she needs to. This will encourage you, and it'll give you rest. My big book, the kind of all-encompassing favorite homeschool resource book, is Educating the Wholehearted Child by Sally and Clay Clarkson. I love Sally Clarkson's writings. I think she's a mama who's been in the trenches and has come through the other side and is able to really pass on her wisdom. She is a gentle, just a gentle soul. This book is like massive. See, I can't even put the whole thing on screen. Let me back up here. It's a big book. See, you can bring the head. And it's thick. And this is probably overwhelming for a new homeschooler to pick up and just read straight through. But it's broken down really well. Let me show you guys just a glimpse of what some of the pages look like. So they have like their main bulk, and then they have all this stuff on the side that's, well, this one is Bible verses actually, but a lot of times it will be just what's worked in their home, little tidbits here and there. So this is a big book. I've read this probably 3 or 4 times. Let's see. So, and this is a Christian perspective too. They are Christians. So, section 1 is the home. Chapter 1, the Christian home. Chapter 2, the Christian homeschool. Chapter 3, home nurture. Chapter 4, home discipleship. Chapter 5, home education. Section 2 is learning, the wholehearted learning model. This is chapter 6. Chapter 7, the wholehearted learning home, wholehearted learning child, the wholehearted learning youth. And then the different methods, the study of the Bible, study of basics, study of ideas, study of learning, study of living. Section 4 is living, family, keeping the vision alive. Chapter 16 is structure, keeping the homeschooling together. 17, order, keeping the home together. Chapter 18, support, keeping the spirit strong. So this is a massive resource that I think, if you're a Christian homeschooler, is invaluable. I think it's a great resource to have. Like I said, I've read it several times. I try to read it every summer. I'm not sure I'm going to get to this summer because it's been a busy summer and we just moved. But I think this is a great resource. I think that they are amazing parents who have a wonderful relationship with their grown children. And this just covers everything you could possibly think of, from the big concept ideas down to how to actually implement history into your homeschool. So you tend to kind of usually get one or the other when you're looking at homeschool resources, and I think this one kind of covers both of those, so I really appreciate that. There are other books I love about homeschooling. I love anything by Diana Waring. She has Beyond Survival, which is a great book. I love The Charlotte Mason Companion by Karen Andriola. I love For the Children's Sake by Susan Schaefer McCulley. There are several resources that are great, but these would be my top 3 for newbies or those trying to figure out how this homeschooling gig works. Teaching from Rest for Encouragement for Your Mama Heart, and Educating a Wholehearted Child for the all-encompassing everything you need to know about homeschooling. Those are my picks. I'm curious if you guys have anything that you've read that I have not. So if you will leave a comment, if there's anything you think I should read, because I actually saw one on someone's shelf the other day and I thought, how have I never heard of that book before? I thought I read all of them. And now I can't remember what it was called. But if you have suggestions, go ahead and leave them. If you have comments, leave those. And if you guys could give a thumbs up if you appreciated this video, I would appreciate it. Thanks so much. Bye.